Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and communications with the controller have been interrupted. I do welcome you all back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I believe 3 months after I last left you off here. It's really weird to be back, to be honest, because, look, I did intentionally take a break from Breath of the Wild, but I would have returned probably a month earlier, because what ended up happening was I launched the game about a month ago, and my Wii U just overheated in a matter of minutes, really. Just running the game, you can see here that it's raining, and it just completely destroyed my Wii U, basically. It overheated, and that wasn't just a one-off situation. It turned out that actually my Wii U was having problems, and that resulted in me being unable to record anything for the Wii U, such as 3 Ultimate, Phantom Hourglass, and all of that business. So I had to go and work on my Wii U. I had to go and get a tri-wing screwdriver to open the case and clean the dust out of it. And once I got that taken care of, it really wasn't much dust at all. It was just the right amount to block the vents on the top and sides of the, well, I guess top and side, singular, of the Wii U, and then at that point it was able to breathe again, and 3 Ultimate worked perfectly fine when I was recording it before, and the same should be the case for Breath of the Wild, because I've never had issues with Breath of the Wild overheating my console before. It is worth mentioning that Breath of the Wild really does push the Wii U to its limits, and it's more important than ever for the console to have good ventilation when I'm playing this game, so that has been taken care of. And it's good to be back in Breath of the Wild, not necessarily because I love Breath of the Wild so much, but rather because this is an opportunity for me to resume the process of getting this Let's Play finished, which has just been going on constantly, it seems. I don't know why, it just goes on and on and on. Keeping in mind, I started this Let's Play when the game came out, and I still am probably only halfway through the game or something like that. So, yeah, it's a bit rough. Either way, I'm just checking to make sure Twitch is alright. Hello, Vernon. And I will also get my YouTube chat happening once I organise myself. Got a little bit distracted with my monologue there. So yeah, we're actually at part 71. I couldn't remember how many parts we even had for the Let's Play, but it seems that we're 71 parts in. I think I had guessed something like 110 for the Let's Play, 120, and then it would be done. Ethan says, bro, some punk ass tried to scam me on Facebook. I don't know if I should say I'm sorry to hear that, or I should just laugh. I suppose laughing would be the appropriate reaction, but yeah. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry to hear that you got scammed on Facebook. Like I said, that sounds pretty funny to me. Alright, so I'm going to pop out my Twitch chat as well. This is the first Breath of the Wild recording that I'm doing since returning to Twitch, obviously. I only returned to Twitch about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So yeah, I don't actually know what the hell I'm doing in the game. I should mention that. Obviously, the reason why I'm here is because in the previous recording, I came here to turn in my spirit orbs, and that has been taken care of, to my understanding. Yeah, we don't have any spirit orbs, which is fine. I'm assuming I put that towards health. There will be a time when I actually work on my stamina again. I don't know when that will happen. Probably when, let's say, 3 hearts on the next row will work on stamina again. And I don't know if I will completely commit to stamina at that point until I have another ring around my stamina wheels and stamina rings. And so I call the first one a stamina wheel because it has a certain thickness to it. And then I call the second one a stamina ring. So I guess that draws into question, should I call it the second stamina ring, or the third stamina ring? Because there are 3 stamina things. Anyway, I don't really know. User. Or rather, Tron says, no, I almost hosted. Which is, of course, to say that he does not like Breath of the Wild at all. Yeah, go for it, Vernon. Keep playing 3 Ultimate. No, we'll be playing soon. I just wanted to deal with Breath of the Wild here while I was thinking of doing it, because I realized that I hadn't recorded Breath of the Wild in 3 months, you know. It's no wonder why it's taking me so long to get this done. But anyway, what are we doing with ourselves? Where were we last? I have a feeling that we were hanging around this area somewhat recently, because I had only recently discovered this, but it looks like this has been almost fully discovered. Yiga clan hideout. I'm a little bit concerned about this pin, because this indicates to me that, well, here we go, yeah. Why am I even making a guess of it? I do have the Hero's Path to check, which I believe is what it's called. Yeah, Hero's Path mode, which is really, really helpful if you're like me and you don't play regularly and you're not 100% sure what you have or haven't traversed. And it looks like, in terms of the Gerudo Highlands sector, we have actually explored the vast majority of it. I don't think it's really worth checking around this area because it's very, very mountainous. We could just for good measure check it, but I'm thinking that we were able to see what was over here just by heading in this direction. So, we've probably taken care of the Gerudo Highlands. I mean, maybe we well and truly have taken care of that, it's just I can't really remember what I was doing last. But, yeah, it seems... I mean, where could I have been last? Maybe I got to Elden Tower and then I went somewhere else, I don't know. Well, I know you didn't get scammed, Ethan, because you said tried to scam. Well, enjoy the voice, I suppose, Chubby. Now, yes, I think I came here as well, didn't I? This might have been the last shrine that I went to, because of course, it would stand to reason that if I went to deliver my spirit orbs at the end of the last video, that I probably finished up with a shrine. And this was probably the shrine. And I think what happened was, I was going in this direction, I saw this shrine over here, decided to go to the tower first, and then went here because it was close to the tower, and then I made a beeline for this shrine right here. So what we could do is head to this shrine, confirm that there's nothing of interest around here, although there probably isn't because we have been to this shrine, which is kind of... well, what it would suggest is that I probably looked at my surroundings and didn't see anything of interest, but I'm going to head over there just because that's probably where I last was. I have no specific memory of that. I do remember being there. I just don't have a specific memory of that being the last time I played, but it probably was. Feels like it was a long time ago. I don't know what you're referring to, Tron. I actually don't know what a Fernit Branca is. So, unfortunately, I can't read your comment and respond accordingly. But anyway. Darkatas Shrine. I mean, can you guys believe how bad the names of the shrines are in this game? I talk about it almost every time I play, but yeah, they're really fucking bad. It's almost like they just took random words out of a hat and just... well, random letters out of a hat and then created words with those letters. That's what it looks like. They're just terrible. Like, Sherata, Saw Coffee, they're fucking terrible. They realized that they had so many shrines that they were going to have in the game, that they were like, well, what the fuck do we do for the names? And they just went, well, it's, rather than pull letters out of a hat, they sound kind of randomly generated, you know. It's a drink, well, I suppose that would indicate that it is not what you were. Coffee? No, this is port. This is fortified wine that I'm drinking. Well, I regret to say that that is not what I'm drinking, so... there you go. I suppose I'll have to remove this pin, because there's no real reason for it to be there. I guess that I've just forgotten to remove it before. He's hoping that that wasn't actually supposed to tell me in the future being now, that there was something important over there, but anyway. I see we've got a Lizalfos over that way. God, the game's so fucking quiet, isn't it? I'm boosting the volume a bit more, because, like, I can't believe this game is so quiet. It is This game, it's very interesting, is one of the quietest, in fact it is the quietest HDMI-based game that I play. As in, like, the digital video. This era of gaming. All of my analog-based consoles are much louder than this, but... holy shit. Or much quieter, sorry, not much louder. What I meant to say was I have to make it much louder. So yeah, the analog-based stuff, yeah, pretty quiet. But, fuck me. Well, no, that's not even true, is it? That's not even true. Yeah, they are much... I can't even decide on what I'm saying. So, for example, the Nintendo 64, I have found, is very loud. And I think the GameCube's kind of loud as well. But when I play A Link to the Past on my Super Nintendo, I need to boost that very loudly. Like, A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo, I need to boost at a level that nothing else needs to be boosted that I record, so... it's a bit back and forth, but this game here, as far as digital video is concerned, it's really quiet. Really quiet. But that should be a fair level, I think. Alrighty. So I'm just making sure that there's nothing of interest around here, because I technically haven't been here before, like around here, so what I'll do is I'll head up the mountains, and we'll see what's happening. I'm just making sure my chroma key is alright, because the outside lighting is fluctuating quite violently. Okay. Shooting you down. It would be nice if I could actually aim that properly. This is rather similar to a place I've been before, but that's kind of typical of... I'd like to pick up that, thank you. It's kind of typical of Breath of the Wild, because a lot of places kind of look the same. So... I'm currently using the Master Sword because if I do have charge on the Master Sword, I will be using that. So... no, don't just randomly shoot an arrow, please. It's a bit of a waste. But yeah, I do have to get used to playing the game again because it has been 3 months and I've been playing, you know, mouse and keyboard, I've been playing on different controllers, it's been a bit all over the place, but yeah. It's good to be working on this again either way. So up we go. See what we've got in the chest, probably nothing of specific interest. Yeah, 5 shock arrows, not very interesting at all. I don't think I've ever opened one of those chests and been really excited by what I've picked up out of it. I think I'm always just sort of left going, okay, whatever. But to be fair, it's not like killing 2 Lizalfos is particularly difficult, so why would they give me some amazing reward for doing that? I bet that's a fucking Octorok. I'm so hungry I could eat that. But having said that, it seems that I was wrong. If I see a random shrub in a grassy field, just on its own, yes, I'm going to assume that's an Octorok, but apparently it's not, so that's fine, I suppose. Okay. So, again, I'm just going to make my way up here. Probably sort of head to the north, I suppose. Just making sure there's nothing around, and then we'll probably make our way up to about here. I think there is a bridge here, isn't there? Or, yeah. It divides the 2 sectors, actually. I can see a rush room there. Pick that up. How I remember that to be a rush room, I couldn't really tell you. I suppose random things are filed away in my mind for reasons unknown. Alright, you can die, my friend. Honestly, the Stalfos monsters are the biggest waste of time because they generally don't give you anything interesting, and they require an extra step to kill them. So I'm usually not really a fan of them at all. So that's some guy from the Yiga clan who goes and does that instead of actually dying properly. And I do love them because they drop rupees, because that's always a reminder that I'm actually playing a Zelda game and not some knockoff. Because really, the only thing that makes this look like a Zelda game is the fact that Link is in it, and Zelda, and Ganon kind of. So we just came from there, and what are these? Animals, it seems, yes. Thought I saw a horse in the distance. Yeah, these are horses right here. Good day. Oh, you. What I do like about the horses, I don't know if it's funny or what, but the way their hair is animated, it just seems so over the top. It's so over-animated. The horses in general are quite over-animated. I don't want a horse. You guys are probably wondering why I traverse these areas without a horse. I just don't see a reason to have them, because what ends up happening is that if I reach a steep incline, I can't really use the horse to climb it. I have to just run up it myself, and so what ends up happening is, given the stark change in terrain, which happens quite often, it's better for me to just be on foot the whole time. Alright. And you as well. You call this Monster Hunter? It's probably closer to Monster Hunter than it is to Zelda, I'll tell you that much. But the combat system isn't quite as good. So I do actually... This is exactly why we come this way, guys. I mean, I really wasn't expecting to find anything, I'm going to be completely honest. But we're actually being taken towards a shrine. So that works rather well. Let's see if we can find it. Sometimes they're very easy to find, sometimes they're really not, but I would say in a location such as this, we should be able to find it. No, you're not fucking escaping me, I swear to God. You think you are. Okay, he's actually tricking me at this point. Fucking arsehole. So I think did we manage to get that one from before? So I guess we managed to kill 2 of them, okay. Okay, so we've got some apples up here, I suppose I'll gather them. It's very easy to climb trees in this game, because Link just does it automatically. You know what makes me really angry? I mean, I've talked about this before. I don't know why I feel the need to say this, actually. But the thing that makes me most angry is when people want to depict Link these days, they depict him with his Breath of the Wild clothes, and it just makes me so fucking angry. That is not Link. It's not his traditional attire, so why do you depict him in this way? For my entire life, Link has looked a certain way, and then suddenly he just looks different and no one cares. I mean, why? Imagine if Mario suddenly changed his fucking outfit. Imagine if he didn't have a red hat anymore. Can you fucking imagine? People would actually not be okay with that. But because I want Link to retain a certain consistency to his look, people would probably think that I've got to stick up my ass or something. It's like, well, no. If you've got a specific look to a character that's been the same for like 30 years or more, don't fuck with it. Just keep it the way it should be. But no, everyone depicts Link with this blue fucking tunic, which in my opinion looks kind of generic, and it really bothers me. I don't like the lighting right now. So what I'm going to do, as in my lighting in person, I'm going to get more lighting on the go. This music actually reminds me of Monster Hunter Online, interestingly. Just that flute, you know. Must be the flute that does it. Okay. Excuse me for making these changes while live, but yes, that's the way we do things around here. We ensure that things look good while live, because you can't do shit after the fact. Can't edit the VOD, because it's all... yeah, it's all one fucking video file. My hair is just being uncooperative today. as you can tell. Okay, so we've got access to a new shrine, keeping in mind that where I am right now is really not expected to be accessed at this point in the game. It was indicated to me that this is actually almost somewhere that you would go to very early on in the game, like right after finishing the West Nakluda area, you know, right after getting to Kakariko village. That's what I've been told anyway. So therefore, we shouldn't expect too much difficulty with these shrines, which is good, thank God for that, because I hate the shrine system, so the faster I can get them done, the happier I'm going to be. What the fuck is happening? What? Oh god, don't tell me I'm getting a mess. This person needs to... So this is very funny. Someone was given the wrong number for a person, and it's my fucking number. And I was sent like a summary of trust funds and like all this shit, and then it said, crap, sorry, wrong person. And that was on Saturday. It's now Tuesday, I think. And I've got another message, and it's from presumably the same number, thinking I'm someone else. It's really weird, like, someone's just given the wrong number, obviously. That's my fucking number. And I'm getting these texts about weird shit. I've been asked if I wanted a job with kitchen joinery. Kitchen joinery, yeah. Maybe not. Do I seem like a joiner? Do I have that sort of look? I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. Yeah. If I went to a Nintendo Expo and someone said, do you want to take a picture with Link? And I say yeah, and the guy comes out in blue, I'd probably just say, oh, sorry, never mind. Sorry. No, I don't actually. And even if that were an awkward situation, I don't really care. I mean, I don't want a picture with Breath of the Wild Link, thank you. It's not about being a purist, it's just about, you know, having some fucking dignity. In the sense that you've got a particular look for a character in a series, and you don't just do away with that as if it's not important. You don't do away with tradition like that. Not in the Nintendo context, where these things seem to... they don't seem to age, you know. I might actually drop back the room light one moment. I was going to do it before, but I got distracted. Fuck off. I did get distracted by that text from a person who thinks I'm someone else. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Okay, now we should be good to go. Excuse the alterations. Alrighty. Now, this thing here is going to be very easy to deal with. I think it's... yeah. As I said. Okay, so what we could do is, rather than fuck around here, let's get Magnesis and bring this over this way. Because I believe that's... Is that not made of metal? Is it because it's submerged that it can't be moved? I'm quite sure that... No, maybe that's made of stone. It looks a bit metallic, but I suppose it's not. Okay, well that's not a big deal anyway, because we can obviously use Cryonis for that. I don't know if it's Cryonis or Cryonis, I really don't care. I think of Cryonics. That's how that's usually pronounced, so I guess Cryonis is the way you go. Fuck off! Are you fucking kidding me? How light is this chest that it would actually be pushed like that, just by me touching it? What a fucking joke. Open the damn thing. Is it made of plastic? Like, what the fuck are we dealing with here? An ancient core? Well, that wasn't very exciting anyway. I would have done well to just avoid the damn thing. Just climb it, fuck me. And we've got some more ancient things here. Don't go under... Why would you go under it, you fucking imbecile? What a waste of my time. It's actually a waste of my time. Like, I have to go all the way back to the shore. And start again. Do you have the patience for that? I fucking don't. And yet here I am. I'm the one playing the game. And you're watching. Okay, so... is all that stuff still in the water? Yes, it is. Let's pick it up. Pick it up. Alright, thank you. And can I get to the other side? Yes, I can. Thank fuck for that. What are we doing now? Probably sniping these assholes. Because I know you're going to come alive. That's what you call arrow drop, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a king. I'm a king of arrow drop. Oh, let's just jump... That's fucking funny. I just smacked myself in the face with that thing. That's really, really funny, I have to tell you. Jump on it. Get on it. That's really funny, what I just did. How could I not be entertained by that? How am I going to get on the other side of that? Oh, it's probably not even worth it, you know. It's probably not even worth it, but I can try. Oh, fuck you. Okay, fine. I don't even care, you know. Actually, is it going to take me to the beginning? If it takes me right to the beginning... okay, it doesn't. Thank God for that. So... is this going to move? No, okay, they don't move. And honestly, that one over there should have indicated that it wasn't going to move, so... okay. Let's jump on over here. I'm just thinking that maybe this would be worth accessing. How am I going to get up there? I can't get up there, okay. Well, I'm kind of fucked if I'm... yeah, if I'm in this situation, it's over, really. There's nothing I can do, I just fall off, and then that's the end. And then Link dies, and no one cares, and then we move on. What's happening with the raft? It's stuck. I really do need the raft, because if I don't have the raft, I'm not going to be able to glide off the edge. Because that's the reason why we have the raft there, so we can... oh, why did I do that? Oh my fucking god. Hold on, no, I can climb onto it like this. So, if we do this... okay, but that's not helpful, because... can I destroy it from... no. Aim underfoot? Well... this wasn't really helpful, was it? Let's try destroying that. Hold on. No, don't aim underfoot. I'm trying to get it to move. Because I've put it in a bad spot. There we go. Okay, now jump on it. Go. Get on it. And then we need to glide off the edge. Like this. Here we go. Fucking hell. I don't care about the chest because whatever is in it is not important. I don't care what's in it. It's not worth the effort. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Apparently, I'm resourceful because I cleared that. Which is great. May the goddess smile upon you. May you stop fucking talking to me. Because I'm sick of reading what you people have to say to me. Bottomless bog. A quagmire that will draw you in. Sink in too deeply and you'll be unable to escape. Thank you. That doesn't really tell me anything interesting. Because what I would really want to know is what they look like. How do I know it's a bottomless bog? You know, just the description of it being bottomless and it being a bog is enough for me to know that it's a quagmire that I probably don't want to sink into. So basically that entire fucking thing that was written there was totally useless. Totally useless. Because I don't know what a bottomless bog is as far as, like, how it appears in the world, where might I find one? Things like that. I mean, it's not fucking helpful at all. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that. So, we just found another shrine here, but that's probably all that's around here. Unless we make our way up here, I mean, we could, I don't really know. We found this stable anyway, which is not too bad, but... ah, hep. Do I really need to read the hep part? Do I really need to read any of that? No one beats my prices, says Beetle, okay. Well, you've got a big Hercules beetle on your back, you've given me an ancient arrow, an arrow created using ancient technology. To be struck with one is to be consigned to oblivion in an instant. It deals devastating damage even against guardians. Okay. Well, I'll have to save that for a rainy day. To find him, go way north past Zora's domain, all the way to the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. Well, this is interesting because I'm only familiar with the Hatino Village Ancient Tech Lab, so that there's actually another one. So, old Robbie makes a bunch of other weird weapons and clothes and stuff. Excuse the background noise, by the way. I guess he's what you'd call a mad scientist, which is kind of cool, but also terrifying. If you want strong weapons and stuff, you should go see him. Anyway, back to business. What are you looking for, or are you selling? What I don't understand is why they need to do it. Whatever, I think I've ranted about this before. He's selling arrows that I don't really want, because I can just get as many arrows as I could ever want, and I don't have to pay for them. Of course, using that farming technique that I've used in the past. And he's selling hot-footed frog, smotherwing butterfly, and tireless frog. I don't think I've ever seen a tireless frog. This rare frog only ventures out in the rain. When cooked with monster parts, the elixir it produces will temporarily increase your maximum stamina. Why would I bother? Seriously. He only holds 2 of them too. The shops in this game fucking suck. Have you ever noticed that? Because I've noticed that quite well. I've got so many rupees and I just don't have a reason to use them because every shop I ever visit is just fucking shit. Anyway, there might be something at the top of this, so I'll try climbing it. Why not? Usually there's a chest at the top of these sort of pillars, but just because they don't want you to climb up it and have no real reward for having taken the time. Because, you know, it would be very easy to climb up this thing and then get nothing out of it, which would be kind of awkward, but yeah. If I had my climbing gear on, this would be a lot less time-consuming, but I guess I'm not nice enough to equip that for your benefit. So you're just going to have to sit here and wait like me. If I have to sit here and wait, you have to sit here and wait too, although I don't have to sit here and wait, to be fair. I could equip my climbing gear, but to be completely fair, in the time that it would take for me to equip my climbing gear, I'd probably be saving about that much time with the climbing gear on, so I'd be better off not taking the time to equip it, if you know what I mean. That's what I've decided. Okay, so you can see why I didn't do any jumping, because it is important that I conserve my stamina for this sort of thing, and it's especially important for this part because we're almost going upside down, and what happens as a result is our stamina is depleted much faster. What's in the chest? An opal. You know, was that worth it for an opal? I don't think so. I don't think it ever is worth it, you know. I think I can see the very last tower that we have to discover, but I'm not going to go out of my way to discover it yet, because we do have the whole Nehru area to deal with, which has a divine beast associated with it, and then we've also got this location. And I don't really know where to get the tunic that's going to help me, or the clothes, whatever it ends up being, that's going to give me resistance here. It's probably going to be something that I will check online for in the future. But for now, we're not interested in the Elden province, we are interested in the Lanayru province, because there is actually, and I believe it's here, a Zora village that we have yet to visit. In fact, you can see, we really haven't explored much of the Lanayru province at all, so we're going to do that. Now, I think that means that we are about ready to... maybe not, maybe we'll do a little bit more exploring over here. Let's use Rivali's Gale and get moving. Because you never know, there could be something interesting over here. Maybe that's a bottomless bog, who knows? I certainly don't know. One thing that I probably do need to do, however, is save my game. Because relying purely on autosaves in this game is a terrible idea. Because they are not frequent. Not frequent at all. Hello, Mr. Member of the Yiga clan who is about to die. Well, I don't know if he does die. I'm never really given closure on that. Anyway, it seems that the Master Sword is running out of energy, as they say. It must just be durability, but they call it something different. In other words, I don't think you can restore energy with the Master Sword until... You fucking dick. I don't think you can restore energy on the Master Sword until it actually completely runs out and then it restores to full. You are such an asshole. I mean, I don't have the time to deal with you, really. I kind of do, but I don't, actually. I kind of do, but I don't. Okay. Now, this thing here is the reason why I'm here. You never know, this could be something interesting. What's sparkling? There's something that can be picked up there. Might be an arrow or something, but let's try to climb up through here. Can we do that? Can Link fit through this little hole? Looks like he can't. Well, what the fuck am I doing with myself? No, go down. If I press B, Link, it means I want to go all the way down. Don't fucking grab onto the shit. Alright, we've got something to climb up here. Hopefully we don't get struck by lightning. That would be kind of unfortunate. I would have to say that that would not be nice. Of course, in the case of a ladder, you can dash as much as you want because ladders do not consume stamina to climb. We will drop down here. And, oh, there is a chest here. There goes my Master Sword. We will change to the Lizzle Spear, it looks like. It is our weakest weapon. And quite frankly, it will be sufficient for dealing with the enemies around here. Because this is kind of low level, as I've said. Purple rupee. Again, more rupees that I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with. A rusty claymore does not take my interest. That is a barrel that probably needs to be destroyed in some other way. I'll throw you like that. You are so fucking annoying, you know that. And you still haven't been broken. What's inside? Fuck all is what's inside that barrel. Okay, so with that, I think we can make our way to Lanayru Tower, and I believe that there is a Zora that we can speak to and do a quest with him, or her. I think it's a male Zora. But what I'm not entirely sure of is if we want to speak to him now or later, because I don't know if that's the main quest. It might be, I really don't know, to be honest with you. I just remember finding a Zora who was looking in some direction, and we may have actually accepted his quest, I don't remember. I just remember that he had a quest, and it seemed like a main quest to me. And it could be good to do that, if I can remember where he was. We do have a Zora up here, but he wasn't the one. He was down on the ground level, and he was close to, I believe, that shrine over there. Could always be wrong, but I think he was on the shoreline just around here. How I managed to remember that, I don't know. But obviously it was important enough for me to make a mental note. And I would say that it was important enough for that. So he should be around here. Because I remember I was looking at this stuff. I mean, this looks like a... You know what I hate about this? I don't want to sound really cynical or unnecessarily critical, but this looks really generic to me. It's nice, but it's really generic. It's like, you know, typical MMORPG kind of stuff. I mean, it's so not Zelda what I'm looking at right here. This just smacks of your average MMORPG. You know, this is the Magic City where all the spellcaster trainers are. That kind of fucking shit. It's just, I mean, but no, it's not that, obviously. It's a bridge for Zora's domain, but like, something about this design just does not smack of Zelda to me. Maybe some would counteract what I've said by saying that other stuff in the 3D Zelda series does just look a lot like what you'd find in a typical MMORPG, but this in particular, to me, just does not look very interesting at all. It just looks like something, it looks like I could go to World of Warcraft and find the same thing. Hello. Okay. I believe this is the brother of... Yeah, this is the brother of the princess. Or the queen. I don't know if she's the princess or the queen or whatever the hell. Okay, well, that's a very weird way to speak to someone you've never met before. You thrust your arms out and say, I want to speak with you. I couldn't actually hear his voice, so he probably didn't sound like that, but it was pretty ridiculous. Aha, a Hylian, yes, I knew it. Oh, pardon me. I am Sidon, the Zora Prince. Are you the comic relief character? You seem to be. And what is your name? His text is bigger because apparently he's screaming at me. Go on, please tell me. Link? Your name is Link? What a fantastic name. Though I cannot shake the feeling that I have heard it somewhere before. Well, in any case, it is a strong name. To be honest, I've been watching you. I've seen the way you work. I can tell by how you carry yourself that you are no ordinary person. Link, you must be a strong warrior among the Hylians, correct? Not particularly. No, I'm going to say that's right. Aha, just as I expected. I am a Zora Prince, after all. I have an eye for talent that is unparalleled. Yes, exquisite. I have been searching for someone like you for a long while. A man like you, Link, who carries himself with power. Right now, Zora's domain is in grave danger because of the massive rainfall coming from Divine Beast Vah Ruta. Please promise you will help us. Why would I promise to help you? I could say, well, rather, I guess I can promise to help, rather than promise to save them, because if I promise to save them, then I've made a promise that I might not be able to keep, but I can promise to at least lend a hand. We need your strength, warrior. Won't you please come to Zora's domain with me? I'll think on it. Wow, really? Thank you, Link. You are indeed the man I thought you were. Now Zora's domain will be saved for certain. This guy is a nightmare. I didn't realize he was such a foolish character. The reason why I know of him is because I have gone through Zelda fan art. And unfortunately, with Zelda fan art, you do get a lot of Breath of the Wild stuff these days. And I remember seeing fan art of the princess. And stuff with the princess also involves this guy. And, yeah. There you go. Because of the rain, the cliffs are too wet to climb. You're definitely right about that. To reach the domain, you will need to go straight along this path. As a Hylian, I know you are unable to swim up the river. Okay. As such, well, no, that's true. He says up the river. In other words, we don't have the physical strength to be able to fight the flow of the water. I thought he was talking about the fact that we couldn't really stay in water for a long time because we suck at swimming. Which Link definitely does. He's always sucked at swimming. The only game where he hasn't sucked at swimming, I suppose, would be, I guess, maybe Twilight Princess. He did still do the side maneuver where he looked like a dying seal, but at least he didn't have a like a stamina gauge or anything like that, like they have in Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild. As such, the path to the domain may be a bit treacherous. I can live with that. I've been through treacherous locations before. In fact, this is definitely balanced to someone who is a lot earlier on in the game than I am. You likely have a tough fight in store. There are monsters up ahead that attack with electricity. Great. Don't give up. I believe in you. Well, thanks for your help. Oh, that's right. I have something that I would like to give to you. This is just a small trinket to show I have faith in you. Well, that's lovely. It is a drink that will increase your resistance to electricity. I'm not sure why, but its effects do not seem to work for Zora. Perhaps because it was made specifically for Hylians. You should work, or rather it should work wonders for you though. I shall go on ahead and make sure there is not anything strange going on where you are headed. I'm counting on you. And then he does a backflip into the fucking water, with all of his stuff that really doesn't look like it should be in the water still on his person. And we now have reached Zora's domain as a main objective. This was not the guy that I was wanting to talk to, but whatever. This is the main objective, so I'll focus on this for now. But yes, indeed, that is very reminiscent of World of Warcraft. Without a doubt. Well, are you fucking dead, or what's going on with you? Why don't you have a health bar? That's what I want to fucking know. Do you just live forever? Is that your situation? Is that what's happening with you? Raw Prime meat's pretty good. I'm not going to worry about the other boar, I'll worry about you for now. My Lizzle spear is badly damaged. How does it feel to be killed by a spear crafted by your people? Mr. Lizard Man. Speaking of being killed by weapons crafted by their own people, I think I'm going to kill him with this thing. Although it seems like... oh, the Mighty Lionel Sword is actually the same damage as the Lizzle Tri-Boomerang, so... let's use the boomerang, I suppose. Okay. What the fuck is that? It's a fucking Octorok. I'm gonna pop your balloon. Take that. Don't know why he was inflating like that. What is that in the water? Sneaky river snail. Well, he's not very sneaky when he's all lit up like that, is he? Alright. So, I was being attacked by something. You fucking cretinous creature. There we go. And I suppose I'll go and gather your stuff. It's a lot of effort, but I'll do it. It's a lot of effort. I have to go all the way around the water. And it looks like it's gone into the water. What a fucking nightmare. You never know, it could be useful. Okay. Actually got a few items there, so I suppose that was worthwhile. And the octo balloons are useful for certain things, as we know. Okay, so just up there seems to be something of interest, so I will probably head there. I mean, maybe that's marking the direction I'm supposed to be going in. So I suppose we'll aim for that. Come on. Come on. Yeah, take that. Go gather your stuff. What's with that? Is that an eye? Octorok eyeball. I think that's the first time I've received that. And this is not good for my stamina. Should be able to get ashore though. Yeah, looking good to me. Okay, so that should be our first... No, that is our second Octorok eyeball. I'd forgotten that they even dropped eyeballs, to be completely honest. Alright. So yeah, these things are probably marking our path. Which is rather nice of them to do. Good day, Mr. Whistleface. 2 hits and you're dead. Why do you slide so much? You remind me so much of Mario from Super Mario 64. Even surfaces that really shouldn't be slippery, he slides like he's on ice. And I don't mean methamphetamine. Or crystal methamphetamine, that is to say. Just to be, you know, all focused on semantics. Let's go cut that. Nothing of any real interest here. Don't think I want to waste the durability of my weapon trying to break that fucking box, so let's just move on up to the Zora's Domain location. Monster Hunter Stories 2 has been confirmed for PC. What? Why would they bring that to PC? God, they're really trying to... What are they doing? Stories is not a PC game. It's such a Nintendo exclusive sort of game, Monster Hunter Stories. I can't believe that they're bringing that to PC. That's so strange. I suppose I have to play it, don't I? If they're going to put it on PC, look, I said that if I... there's certainly no guarantee that I'll play Stories on PC. If I play... Excuse me, there's no guarantee that I'll play Rise on PC. If Rise ends up being good on Switch, then I'll get it on PC. If I don't like it on Switch, I won't get it on PC. However, I might get Stories on PC. Just to try it out. I don't really feel like I need to play the first one. That's one of those rare instances where I actually don't care to play the original before playing the sequel. I like to have a point of reference, you know, to see what they've changed, how they've advanced in their game design choices, but for Stories I don't quite think I would bother doing that. Whoa. Come on, jump on up. Getting that shit is probably not going to be worth it. No, I don't think so, because that's in flowing water and I might not be able to get to shore. Let's just not even bother. That seems like too much effort. So I guess we're continuing along here. I do like this adventure though. This is very Wind Waker. This reminds me of when you complete the Forest Haven and there's a storm raging and you go to Great Fish Isle. It reminds me of that, you know. I really like it. Why did I even end up on this side? Oh, I think I got to this side by going over there. Right, I understand. But yeah, it gives me those sorts of vibes. I do like this location. At this point in the game. This goes to show that they do still have that ability to communicate the same sort of atmosphere, but they've fucked up along the way with other things. Sorry for calling out to you from the river. Why would you apologize for that? Since I pressured you into coming, I was not sure you would really come through. I am pleased things are going well. Ever since this strange occurrence, there have been a lot of monsters around here. Be careful as you proceed. And hurry, all of my fellow Zora are anxiously awaiting your arrival. What do they know? This guy's a fool. Link doesn't seem too impressed either. Got another traveler's bow. I mean, are they suggesting that other people have come up through here and been killed? I suppose, with all these traveler's bows sitting around the place, I suppose. This is a rather treacherous area. Stories 2 has 4-player co-op. Well, there you go. Well, better that they bring it to PC than on PS4 and... whatever it's called. The one that's not important. Xbox One, I guess. Is it still Xbox One? I guess so. When are they releasing the Xbox 2? That's what I want to know. Alrighty. Come on. And of course, if you want to know why I say the Xbox One is the insignificant one, the one that's not important, it's because consoles are, by default, unimportant, okay? Like, just by design. But if you are going to attach some sort of usefulness to the console, it would be to play exclusives. And I play Japanese games for the most part, and all the Japanese games are on the Sony console. Who would have thought? And then for Nintendo, that's Japanese, obviously. So there you go. Oh, it's Xbox Series X. So I need to say Series X? Xbox Series X. So if I actually refer to the current generation console, I would be saying... Oh yeah, that's right, I said PS4, not PS5, I'm so behind. But yeah, so if I want to refer to the newest Xbox console, I would say Xbox Series X. That doesn't sound right. I think that's to refer to more than one console, isn't it? Because it's referring to a series. I don't understand. How the fuck are they just so inept when it comes to naming? I just don't understand. So we have just entered a rather interesting location. This is so fucking... Look at this place. This is so World of Warcraft. I'm sorry. I mean, how could I not look at it that way? Alright, let's equip a different bow. We will equip... I want to keep my Savage Lionel bow, so I'll use my Royal bow, which might be a bit overkill for this area, but... Anyway, looks like we are being struck by lightning, or we are at... No, we're not being struck by lightning, rather... We're being attacked by these guys with their fucking lightning arrows, you asshole. Can you fuck off, mate? We're getting some pretty cinematic frame drops here, I hope you're enjoying it. We've got a Night Shield, there you go. Oh, I must have just picked up my Night Shield again. It must have been knocked out of my hands because I was electrocuted. I didn't actually notice, to be honest. Probably because of the cinematic frame drops. I call it cinematic to try and, you know, make it more bearable for you. Because sometimes it's not actually about how it looks, it's how it's presented. And if I present it as being cinematic, maybe you'll actually like it. It's often like that. It's the same reason why no one sticks around for my live stream, because there are barely any people watching. They don't actually observe the content. They instead decide, oh, not many people are watching, so it's probably not very good. It's like, well, make your own fucking decision. It's along the same lines. If I say that the frame drops are cinematic, you'll assume that they're actually good and not bad. But if you make the decision yourself, you'll realise, wow, it's actually really shit. But anyway. Quickscoping with my bow. So, I don't know if it's worth picking up a weaker bow so that I don't end up wasting my royal bow durability, but if I've got two of them, I suppose. I didn't always have two of them, did I? I must have just picked one up very recently. My loyal subjects. Well, I'm certainly not some kind of aristocrat or ruler of a country. Okay, so I suppose we are supposed to be using these markers still. I thought I saw another one, but maybe I didn't. We do actually have this here. I think we're following the road like this, aren't we? I think we... Yeah, let's keep to the road. Good idea, Doomlink. Okay. How? I don't know how those wooden spikes can hurt so much. Let's go and heal ourselves a little bit, shall we? We've got a bit of food to consume by the looks of it. What would I like to eat? It's all a bit overkill, isn't it? I'd like something that... Here we go, this could be good. Yeah, there we go, that's what we want. Something that's not going to be overkill. We want to save it for when we're actually really quite... needing health, when we're actually in great pain. Alrighty. What is it? A hot-footed frog, there you go. I could have bought that from Beetle, but I just picked it up in the wild. That's what you do. This is Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the I'm gonna buy it from Beetle. Hey, over here. Okay. We're doing this again, are we? What do you have to say now? Sorry for calling from so far. Why do you keep apologizing for that? What is there to apologize for? You're a Zora, you're in the water. I mean, fuck me. Am I going to take issue with that? You look like you've got a whistle on your... whatever you would call that, whatever is sitting on your neck and chest. It turns into what appears to be a whistle. That's in case he gets raped, I suppose. Sorry for calling from so far away. The domain is still a ways off, but you're making good progress. I shall be along soon myself. I won't be much longer. In the meantime, I'll be cheering you on from here in the river, so hang in there. You can do it, stay strong, stop randomly screaming at me. Okay. So with that, looks like we've got something on the rock here. Oh, something on the rock, yeah, something that wants to kill me. Such a waste of a... It's a waste of royal bow durability to attack these fucking electric keys with my bow, but whatever. What I can probably do... No, let's drop a bomb. That's gonna hit me. Oh, it was so close to hitting me, but I just managed to get that to work because the bomb was actually rolling. That was actually very, very good. Let's try this bomb here. Then we can gain access to this. Oh, here we fucking go. We need to equip this. Need to equip or unequip that. We need to take off the shield. No. Yeah, take off the shield. There we go. And now we should be safe. Fucking thunderstorms, my friends. I hate them so much. I mean, I understand what they're going for here, but it's fucking annoying. I hate having to take off my stuff. Well, I suppose I am the king of this channel, aren't I? There's no one else involved. Whatever happens on this channel is most certainly at my discretion and my discretion alone. Is it worth igniting those? Probably not. But we could watch some fireworks anyway. I'm assuming this bomb can ignite that. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Some fireworks. Cooked apples. Baked apple. Well, there you go. It looks more burnt than baked. But that would probably be very good for just recovering a small amount of health. Well, that's smaller than I was expecting. So really, I would rather... The point is that I don't want to waste very, very health-replenishing food when I've only got maybe 4 hearts missing, but I would like to get myself up to full health, and so I would like some food that's actually kind of... what's that? Hightail lizard? Okay, get it? He's running away, so they call him a hightail lizard. And lizards have tails, ha ha ha. But the point is that, while I do want food that isn't quite as good as what I currently have, those fucking baked apples are not very impressive at all. Why are you dropping rupees? What's going on with that? Stop that. Okay. And then we've got some meat to eat. With a Lizzlefost cooking that? I didn't realise the Lizzlefost just ate meat like that. I don't think they need... Do they need to cook the meat? You are a lizard, not a person. Lizards shouldn't need to... Well, it seems as if this was probably like a Moblin camp or something like that, and it's been taken over by the lizard first, but... Or rather, Bokoblin camp, I suppose, is what you would call it. Oh, goodness. Okay, so... Our ultimate destination is over there. I'll probably continue the recording until I reach Zora's domain, and then once we're there, we will finish up. But, in the meantime... I saw you sparkling in there. Should be safe to go and equip our regular stuff now. It's fucking annoying to have to do that, but here I am. I suppose I could equip the Dragonbone Boca Shield, actually. That would be a good idea. Then we'll equip our bow. There we go. I tend to prefer using my weakest stuff first and letting that break. Here we go again. What do you have to say for yourself now? Hey, Link! You're almost halfway to Zora's domain. Oh, by the way, there are a few spots up ahead with lots of enemies, but I'm sure you will be fine. I believe in you, Link. Thanks for the moral support. And then I get to watch you doing, you know, go to the fucking aquarium or something, seriously. Or go to the water park where they have dolphins doing tricks. Because you would do well in that sort of environment, clearly. Got some Hyrule Bass, I'll take all of that, that's very good. We can destroy these. No, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to destroy those things. It's just going to be baked apples. I don't want baked apples. Hot-footed frog? Oh, he disappeared into nothingness. Apparently frogs can burrow into rock in Breath of the Wild, which is great. We've got some tumbling rocks here, speaking of rocks. Try to avoid those. There's... I feel like dark humor is your favorite humor, but you hold back a lot when recording. You are right about that. But I don't hold back that much. I'm not that morbid with my humor. Most of what I would want to say, I do say. Dark humor and offensive humor are what I enjoy, Potato. I want the lizard. Again, phases inside solid rock, and then that's over. That's the end of the chase. But anyway, what is this? Examine. Okay, he's examining it with me. He's also interested in the history of Hyrule. History of the Zora, Part 1, the eternal Zora's domain, as told by King something or other. The rains have blessed Lanayru, since ancient times with an abundance of pure, clean water. Seeking a bounty of such water, the Zora gathered here. Thus, as the legends go, the domain was born 10,000 years ago. The land was also rich in ore, and so a unique form of stone masonry was developed to create our new home. The domain is one giant sculpture, a feat of architecture that has drawn admirers the world over. Our great domain will ever stand as a hallmark of the esteemed artists who made it, an eternal symbol of Zora pride. Well, you lost interest in that quite quickly, my friend. Be humbled by the history of the Zora. You ungrateful bastard creature. Where is your romance? What is happening with you? You need to stop that immediately. Like, immediately. What is this fucking arrow drop? Look how heavy that arrow drop is. You can die now. I've given you permission to die. So you needn't resist it unnecessarily. Come on, come on. Don't play this game with me. Look at this cinematic fucking frame rate. Isn't it just delightful? Reinforced Lizzle Shield. Now, how does that compare? Okay, if it's worse than 31, there's no fucking way I'm picking that up. Truthmonger enters the chat and says, anyone up for a question? And Potato responds quite appropriately with, no, I'm down for a question. And I would tend to agree with that. Okay. Now, where are we in relation to Zora's domain? Looks like we have to pretty much go the long way around. Of course, the reason why we're doing this is because it's raining, and when it's raining you can't really climb shit in this game, so Yeah, we have to follow the path, unfortunately, and it's a bit slow. But it's interesting. It's a journey. I'm enjoying it so far. I would say that there are situations in which I would rather not take a long journey, but this is kind of fun. Look at this fucking bridge. Wow. This is quite picturesque. I would say the Nehru province is probably one of the most picturesque in the game by the looks of it. In fact, to arrive in this place very early on in the game would sort of set you up. It would set your expectations quite high for the rest of the game, but I've been through the rest of the game and it doesn't look as good as this. Look below, down here. What a joke. What a joke. You are still pretty far off, my friend, but I was sure you'd be passing over this bridge, so I have been waiting for you. You will be in Zora's domain before you know it. In fact, I'm going to head that way too. I shall meet you there. Whoa, Link! Beware, warrior! A monster, or rather he's saying... He's calling me the warrior, he's not telling me to be aware of a warrior. A monster approaches from behind you. I'm so frightened. I'm so frightened. Okay, so he's dead. And I don't think I want the Moblin Club. When I use magnesis on some chests, they turn yellow and can be manipulated, yet other identical chests don't react to magnesis at all. Is it because they are further away, or are Zelda physics inconsistent? I couldn't really tell you. I haven't really had that issue. I thought that I was using magnesis on a chest that was made of metal. From a distance it looked as if it was metallic, but it was actually made of stone. So either you're misunderstanding the material of the chest itself, or you are out of range. I haven't experienced inconsistent magnesis, I guess, viability. It seems to be mostly consistent, so I don't know what your situation is, whether you, again, like me before, thought that what was, or rather thought a stone chest was metal, or if you were just out of range. But if it's a question of physics consistency, I would say it's fairly consistent in this game. Haven't run into that issue before. Here's Bambi over here. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Fuck Bambi. There we go. Fuck Bambi. Alright, so, excuse me, I just had to get that out. So, after that brief distraction, we will continue the lit path. Just thought that I'd take care of something very important. Oh, hello. That was really funny because he just prancing around, you know, he's not really threatening me or anything like that, but I go and launch an arrow in his face and he's fucking flying backwards just out of nowhere. I suppose I should apologize. Oh, fuck you. I hate how sometimes that works and then other times it really fucking doesn't. How high does it have to go then? That works. If it lands on an angle, I guess it just doesn't really work, but, anyway. Mighty Carp. Have I picked up one of those before? I don't think so. Anyway. I hate this fucking shit. Okay, I don't care. What is this glowy business? Oh, it's a lightning rod that I don't want. And that is a terrible shield, whatever that is. I mean, it might be fine. Wooden shield? Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. I do not need a shield with 2 durability. I think I'm not quite that desperate for a shield right now. Drop it on rock. I don't care that much, to be completely honest. The chests are underwater but look the same. I don't know, maybe it's different underwater, but I haven't encountered issues with underwater magnesis usage. I get my arrows by accessing a metallic chest from underwater. And it always works there, so I'm not sure. Can't really help you with that. Alright. So we are getting fairly close to Zora's domain. I can see it in the distance there. Seems to be carved out of rock. Inside the mountain itself. Wow, that is impressive. Look at that. You can't really see it. Oh, you can see it more clearly than I can, actually, because the colours are different to what you're seeing. Or rather, the colours you're seeing are different to what I'm seeing, is what I mean to say. And, can you fuck the hell off, you piece of shit, and get up off the ground, Link, you useless bastard. Oh, well, that was over and done with fairly quickly. Don't pick up the fucking spear, thank you, put it the fuck down. As if I want a moblin spear. Okay, so we want to follow the path again, because otherwise we're not really going to be able to access this properly. We currently have Rivali's Gale. They don't expect you to have Rivali's Gale at this point in the game, but there you go. Excuse me. Go shoot you in the face if we can. No, missed your face. I don't really care if I hit your face or not, to be completely... Fuck off with your spear. These guys with spears are really annoying, because obviously if they're that size, then the spear is going to match their size. And if the spear matches their size, it's going to be fucking big. And so therefore it has great range, and hits me from quite a distance. Check that place out, it's pretty cool. I have to tell you, if you get to this place early on in the game, it's going to set your expectations really high. Yeah, that's correct, Trump. It feels the same with Switch. On the monitor, the colours are very dark and drab. But here, what you're seeing, it's quite vibrant. Alrighty, so we've got a shrine up ahead, and I think once we get to that shrine, or whatever is being marked as a shrine, we will finish up. Because I think we've done well. We've made our way to our next destination. And this is a very, very picturesque location. It's incredible, actually. I feel like they put all their effort in this area, and then for the rest of the game they're like, oh, fuck it. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, look at this place. What the fuck? I'm so glad that I found it now and not early on in the game, because otherwise I would have been really fucking disappointed. You've reached the best place in the game. It's starting to look like it, yeah. It's really starting to look like it. Whoa! I've been waiting for you, Link. Stop with the fucking smile, it's ridiculous. Welcome. Behold the pride of my people, Zora's domain. I shall introduce you to the king. Hurry this way. It's a little bit of a step up from, say, Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, isn't it? A little bit of a step up. And I'm A-okay for this kind of thing. But, I mean, it looks a bit World of Warcrafty, but I can live with that. What are you... Oh, you're the stonemason, are you? Still chiseling it out even though it's 10,000 years old. There you go. There's a Goron in here. Hello. What do you have to say for yourself? You don't... Okay, you do want to talk to me. Hey! I think this is the first time I've met a Goron in this game. You're a Hylian, aren't you? It's rare to see your kind around here. It should be rare to see your kind in a fucking Zora fortress that's surrounded by water. As for me, I was roaming nearby during my travels when Prince Sidon, I don't know if it's Sidon or Sidon or whatever the fuck, but anyway, recruited me and brought me here. That's 'cause I can touch shock arrows, but I also weigh, well, a lot. There's no way I'll be able to carry you on my back. That's what Prince Sidon said to me. That was kind of rude of him, wasn't it? Not really. Look at the size of you. Who could carry you on their back, honestly? I'd be more concerned if he could do that. Should I go to the shrine before going to see the king? I don't know. But what I think I will do is at the very least gain access to a warp point. That would be a good idea. Nes Yoma! Yeah, that's the name of this shrine. And that's going to be our stopping point. In the next video we will most certainly explore around the place. This looks like a location well worth exploring, and I really like the design of it so far. I absolutely love this water flowing down these stairs. It's very reminiscent of the Lakebed Temple from Twilight Princess. But yeah, just overall, really interesting location. And I'm definitely going to take some time to explore it in the next video, so I will see you guys then. I do thank you all for watching. This has been the 71st part of the Let's Play. I'm going to try and resume this well and truly. This is the top priority Let's Play for the channel at the moment. Hopefully we can get it done by the end of this year. Hopefully. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching again.